You are saying these are the players you want to see, not necessarily the best players at each of the positions, correct?
Well, this is the MLB All-Star game, and I think that it's a strange thing. One of the reasons I wrote about there should be an all MLB team is, we haven't really defined exactly what an All-Star is. Is it someone that's just good the first half of the season? Is it someone who's been good their whole career? Is it someone who's the actual best player at that position? We just kind of throw it up to a vote now. But for me, this is the thing, particularly now that the game doesn't count. Like you can argue whether it counted before, but now there are absolutely no stakes to this game whatsoever. It is a pure exhibition, which means this should just be a chance for baseball to showcase itself. So what I tried to do with my choices, sure, they're the people that I would like to see, but I think the larger point is other people that I think both that will bring in what baseball does best. That combination of the young talent now, the incredible talent that's breaking through, and the historic guys. Be able to watch guys that are going to be Hall of Famers someday. I feel like that's where I tend to vote when I put my All-Star ballot together. I want baseball to show off all that's great about baseball and have that opportunity to do that because they have the whole stage to themselves for this one series. So I always feel like that's how I try to put together my ballot.
All right, so one of the names that stood out to me is that you want to see Miguel Cabrera at first base for the American League. Why?
Well, it's a little thin. There's a couple guys. Justin Smoke, I think, is probably the one that's having the best first half of the season. But there's no one that really breaks out as like either a great story or an incredible young guy that's busting through there. Smoke has been around for a while. He's a good player. But if I'm going to have my choice to pick at first base, I'm going to pick a guy that's going to the Hall of Fame. If there's no one that's like blowing anybody away there, and that's Miguel Cabrera. He's gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, but the guy can still hit. He's still a guy that when you put him at first base, everyone is going to immediately go, oh, that's Miguel Cabrera. They're going to say when he goes in the Hall of Fame in 10, 15 years, I watched him play at the All-Star game. That is what baseball should do. So, and it's not like he's having a horrible year where it's entirely just a charity case for coming in there. He's still a good hitter. So he was kind of my selection there under the idea that you want someone that's kind of like last eternally in the game.